Hello and welcome to High Priestess Healer 1111. My name's Angela and we're going to get started with Pisces. Okay, so we got the Sword of Truth and Pisces also got that last time. So big revelations, breakthroughs, breaking generational curses, and just victory and success. So that's a good card to have, okay? However, before I was shuffling, I got the Nine of Swords, and then I started to get a story, and I put them all back in, and I shuffled it, and that Nine of Swords popped out. So let's see if we can't get to the bottom of the Nine of the Swords, so we can get it out of your life, and you know, staying in this sensation of victory and success, and seeing the big picture, and whatever else this sword stands for. Truth, it stands for justice, so you are definitely doing the right things at the moment, or have done them in the past to get you this Ace of Swords, okay? A triumph over something that was difficult for you. You triumphed over that with your determination and lots of focused intention and purpose, okay? I think you've come to know more of your purpose, okay? All right, so let's see here. There's this card upside down, Four of Cups. I don't know what it means upside down. We could look into it later. It doesn't really matter because didn't choose it yet. But hey, top of the deck is Sun. Okay, you can't get any better than that, guys. They're not poppers, but they're bottom and top. Okay, so you put down a heavy load. You let go of the past, anything that was overbearing or didn't add to your life, or just a phase of your life that was like, okay, I took it to the end of the road with this one, and dropping this and starting a new adventure type of deal. This thing is no longer worth my time, energy, and money, and now I need to start working on things that matter for me. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, laying down your burdens. Okay, 10, end of a phase. Yep, this came out right next to the 10 of Swords. So I was like, why is it that there's love there, and then next to it it's 9 of Swords, and this is a Knight of Cups, so it's like in love or something. And it's like there's this 5 of Swords. It's like it's almost this obsession feeling, like win at all costs, and doom and gloom or whatever. And yeah, this just seems like your old life that you just need to, that you walked away from. Okay, and now you've had, a real Knight of Pentacles come to you, who comes to you slow, so you may have been waiting a long time, but is a very stable person. You may have had a lot of mysteries, a lot of fears, and you may not have known, who the person was, but when you did meet this person, you knew that was that person, okay? So you do get your 2 of Cups. Justice does come in, like I said. There's the Lovers, the High Priestess, Knight of Wands, 3 of Cups. There's the Ace of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles. So you persevered, made things happen. Yeah, things are all looking good for you. 10 of Swords, that flew out here. So underneath the 5 of Swords. Okay, so what is going on with this? Okay, never mind. They're just coming out now. So you're scared to take a risk on love, or you're thinking too much about a love offer, or someone is manipulating you in love, or there's just arguing, or some kind of fighting, some kind of conflict that's going on, but nothing that can't be like solved with seeing things from the bigger picture. Okay, as I can see here through these dragonflies. Okay, there is some changes going on, okay? All of the cruel people in your life, selfish, unfair people, thieves, dictators, people with big egos, that have, been in your life, you're just retreating from all that, okay? And or they're retreating and leaving you alone. Either way, it's like, you know, you're moving on to calmer waters, and you have different plans, and you're not a part of this anymore, where you're stuck in your head, you don't know what to do, you're paralyzed, you're overwhelmed, you're overworked, you're focused with intention and trying to make money grow, make everything balanced out, and, you know, just stressed, you know, possibly depressed with your sign, and you're just trying to get, yeah, to your 10 of Cups, okay? So I see that happening for you because of the focused intention, and you know, there was just some delays here with the Seven of Swords, you know, not exactly knowing truth from error, or what you should do, or maybe you had options. So the delay there, you know, in what to leave and what to keep. Like I said, where to designate your time and your attention and your money. Let's see, under this Three of Pentacles. So you got a 10, a 5, a 3, an 8, another 3, and on one on top of the other. So three could be important. There's another 10. So I see what you're trying to, this is either where you're at or what you're trying to get at, right? The Knight of Swords, though, is an epiphany that you've had, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to put down this load. You know, you're working hard to understand, become more skilled, maybe go to school, figure things out, get some enlightenment, or, you know, cut some things out. Knight of the Sword also is just someone very determined, right? So you were determined for this 10 of Cups, and you decided, yeah, so you're going to go after it. Here's that Knight of Pentacles I told you would come, okay? Yes, there's a 5 of Pentacles. You know, maybe you're going through scarcity mode that needs to go, okay? Maybe that's what needs to go. Okay, maybe that's what had you in this 8 of Swords here, is that scarcity mode, or maybe just detaching from somebody or something, okay? Feeling out in the cold or unloved. It kind of feels like that when you're going through change, okay? But it's normal. But you're not alone, okay? You're not alone, and you know, it's a normal part of life. It's nothing you haven't been through before. There's 5 of these, you know, so each one could stand for, you know, some kind of challenge that you've been through, right? And it's just lessons that you had to learn, you know, of people cheating on you, you cheating on them, deceit, being dishonest, cruel, selfishness, and had to overcome those things, okay, so that you could have justice and peace and honor and love in your life, okay? You know, you wasted your time on people who took your energy, and they took your emotions, and they took your money, and you had to stay strong, you know. You were a wounded warrior. You stayed longer than you should in places you shouldn't have, you know, and allowed things to happen to you that shouldn't have, you know, and so you just need to also forgive yourself for those things, okay? And then you got your Knight of Wands and your 3 of Cups. So, you know, you're determined, you've got new ideas, you've got new adventures that you're working on, you're celebrating yourself, you know, that you are pushing through these barriers. And here's that Ace of Truth, Ace of Swords. Justice does come in, okay? Because this is not something that people should go through, okay? These are not feelings that people should feel, you know. Cold or unloved, or what was the 5 of besides the 5, I mean, just the fact of the 7 of Swords is the theft, betrayal, and the obstacles, you know, or you doing that to somebody, right? But either way, I could have gone both ways. That's the way karma works usually. But your lesson is to stay true to yourself, okay? Stay true to yourself, okay? And you'll find your way to your purpose, your destiny, that joy, that you're seeking, that everybody seeks, right? So you're working hard at it. You may be even going back to school. You may be starting, to really feel better about yourself, and things are starting to go better for you because you had, the 5 of Pentacles, and now you've worked your way up to an 8, okay? And so you're, like I said, you're feeling better. You've got ideas. You're probably starting some kind of a side hustle, if not, making more money at work or getting a new ideas, that help you in the workplace, because the Pentacles stand a lot for money, So, yeah, so far so good here. So the wheel of the year, okay, this is going to turn your whole life around, and it's going to be a good thing, okay? Why? Because I don't know why I even did this, but I put this Ace of Swords right over this 10 of Cups, and now I want to put this wheel right over it. So whatever truth or breakthrough that you went through, okay, your ability to overcome an obstacle, okay, has gotten you to this point to where now things can change in your favor, and you're not going to have to deal with these things anymore, okay, if you learn to discern. Okay, there's your channeled message, right? If you learn to discern. So this is the same one, that I showed you when I was shuffling, walking away from things or people who are, not adding to your life, that they're taking from you, or hurting you, or, not adding, So you are looking for self-fulfillment, and, looking towards the spirit realm, becoming more spiritual, is what I feel with this card. I think you've come to know that becoming more spiritual and learning to be more, in a power that's gracious, is where you can benefit most from in your own life. So, your life can blossom in every way, okay? So I see you taking stock right now, and I see you waiting, You had those 8 coins, and it's like you must have taken one out and went, okay, this one's got to go, which I could understand. It could be that scarcity mode one from the 5, right? I don't know, okay? There was 5 here, and you had to detach, obviously, from one because now you're going back a little bit, which is fine. We got to take some out. We got to plant some new ones, okay? Just like a garden. Today we actually planted some watermelon. And what else? Planted pineapple, pumpkin, and cantaloupe. Okay, so just like a garden, the analogy, you'll need to tend to it, harvest it, and if it's not growing, then you can readjust and see if those seeds are working, whether it's in your household, your home, with your family, with your partner, or at your job, anywhere, you can always make adjustments. It doesn't always have to be digging up and extracting and something from your life, okay? So you can just work on being the best version of you that you can, and try to make these things grow as much as you can, okay? The good things, though. I don't know why I almost went to go put it over here. Why would I put it over here? I guess because the thing that I'm saying that you need to extract is these knives from your heart, from this thief, okay? That's what you're needing to detach from, those, whatever those 3 swords are for you, okay? And that's gonna lead you right to, look, your 9 of Cups. Like I said, you're leading towards your self-fulfillment. And so here you got the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, okay? I didn't even see it was there. I just knew that you were, obviously, 8 to 9, and I felt it, right? So this, I feel like, is a really good place to be as a person, and like be self-sufficient, independent, abundant, you know, in your power, able to overcome some hard obstacles, you know, and still come out on top, you know, amidst the chaos, amidst the people around you who would try and bring you down. You know, amidst all the changes, you know, that I see happening. You know, you did like a total change, because I mean the wheel changed for you, and you worked hard for this, is what I get. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is a Page of Pentacles, so it's going to be a blessing. It could be good news. It could be a new job, money, a person, right? Could be that Page of Pentacles coming in slow as heck, but stable and honest and romantical. That is definitely in your midst. Okay, so you're basically like have gone through this you know, dark night of the soul, rebirth, you know, of who you were to who you are. Okay, and gotten out of this stage of, you know, I don't know what to do, I don't know what's right, I'm so confused, you know, shame, guilt, complaining, negative, you know, negative talk, gossiping, whatever it was that was holding you down, you know, making you feel like the Eight of Swords. But really, you know, it was just time to make a judgment call on your life. Do you want to continue to be this way and feel this way? Then keep doing the things you're doing, and you will continue in that way of life. But if not, then see what you need to adjust, see what you need to change, see what you need to extract, and you're going to move forward to a different type of life. But change does not happen by chance. It happens by action. Okay, so I do see action here, right? Knights are action, okay? Yes, there's conflict here, but we grow through conflict, so we know that through this conflict you are growing, right? That's what made you become this self-fulfilled person, you know, abundant. You know, look, she's got pumpkins and grapes and fine, you know, linens and whatnot, okay? And so you've had a lot of experiences, and you're reaping your rewards right now, you know, which had to have been some good ones to be able to be at that Nine of Pentacles and that Nine of Cups, okay? The Nine of Pentacles ain't a bad place to be either, right? Because that takes you right to the Ten of Pentacles, and you already have the Ten of Cups. So it looks like it's going good for you. All right? And it has been in like the last 3 readings that I've seen for you. So I really like that. See, your hard work is paying off. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. It says new moon in Capricorn. Don't let your past hold you back. That's been like the whole theme, and not just for you, but like collectively, and then in some of my other signs. So you are going the right way. It's saying right here, you're going the right way. Don't look back. Don't let your past hold you back. You need to go to your North Node. Go to your North Node. Okay, so I know sometimes things don't feel good, but you know, when you're changing them. But if you don't learn to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, then that change can't happen, and you'll be held back, right? Okay, so let's not let that happen. All right, let's see here what we got. You're very persistent, very strong. You learn to set boundaries here with this Nine of Wands, this wounded, you know, healer, and then getting this Ten of Wands here. You didn't let anybody, you know, hold you back, and you know, at least not for long, right? We all can have our times where we're held back a little bit. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, that will destroy anything and everything. Okay, pride and ego. Full moon in Leo, you could be dealing with a Leo, or someone with Leo characteristics. And then we have adjustments are required. Yeah, I felt that very strongly. There's just some adjustments needed. All right, because like I saw this Five of Swords, and it's like, I think you meant like you were getting back, you had some conflict, and it's kind of like you were getting back into your old ways, but you know, you're realizing, okay, that's not the life I want. I need to stop doing that, you know, whatever that conflict was. And that is where it led you to, that adjustment led you to your success, okay? Then it says it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So you could also be dealing with the Aries. And, you know, it's a good time right now that you're feeling this high vibe to set some good intentions and take action behind it. That's a channel message for you, because it says it's time to take action, and I feel movement, I feel action, I feel change, and it feels good. And then lo and behold, you got the same card. Okay, so take this as a confirmation. Step out of your comfort zone. The other one was actually the South Node. Okay, I just told you the positive part of what you needed to do. It was saying you were going south, and I was trying to tell you you need to go north. Okay, so I knew there may be some people who are going backwards. Okay, and that was the south. Okay, we're not going to do that, and I'm not going to intend that for you here. Okay, so the mindset is that, you know, once we get over an obstacle, we're not going back, we're leaving the past in the past, and we're going to step out of our comfort zone and move towards our north node. Okay, that's where our heart is drawn, where your soul is drawn. Okay, so what makes you happy? Ask yourself that question and move toward that direction. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So that kind of goes over here with the whole ego thing, the pride thing. Okay, if you're constantly blaming somebody, that's just way too much pride. You need to say, okay, well, I understand that I did this, and I apologize for this. And then the other person says, yes, and I did this, and I'm sorry about that. And then you say, I didn't like it when you did this. And then you try and compromise and make adjustments. This is what normal people could do that are like healthy people that can get through stuff. And they're like, okay, well, when you said or you did this, it hurt, and, you know, like I didn't like that, and you compromise, and then, well, what can we do about this? But if it's pointing fingers, there's no solutions talked about. You know, everyone wants to be right, and no one's accepting any of the responsibility for the dysfunction or for the conflict that's going on or for their own well-being. Forget it. You might as well say all tied up, Eight of Swords right there. All right. Actually, I didn't even pop them out. Doubt came out. I released the need to know all the answers. That one's a big deal too, okay, because you know, that will keep your heart this way, okay, with swords in it. If you have to know everything about what this little sneakerdoodle did right here, you're never going to know. And even if you think you know, it's not going to be the real answer. So just release your need to know, okay? You don't need to know. And if you did need to know, guess what? You'd be given a sword of truth, of get a breakthrough and get an epiphany, and you'd know, okay? So ask and receive. And if you don't receive, don't worry about it, okay? You're just going to cause yourself more pain and poison your own soul while other people's are moving along, you know, bettering their lives and being successful, okay? I just see that you either have dealt with, worked with, you know, people who are unloving or detached or emotionally unavailable or out for their own good, and you were just constantly on the defense, you know. And it's very understandable, right? It's very understandable. But now that you have, you know, this sort of truth, it's going to be easier to move forward in a healthy way with yourself, spirit, your relationships. This Knight of Pentacles who's coming towards you will reach you as either a King of Pentacles or, you know, Emperor. I think last time, you know, you were the Queen of Pentacles, and he showed up as King, okay? Honesty and trust, okay? If you don't show trust to somebody, then, you know, don't ask people to trust you, okay? And if somebody wants your trust, then they better be showing you trust, you know? So, you know, that's the way it works. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So, you know better than anyone. It's going to be part of the karma here to follow, you know, your instincts, okay? Your sign is very intuitive, okay? The psychic abilities, much like the Aries, especially if you're on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. And then honesty is going to be a big one. I can't always accept the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So it may be hurtful, right? If someone's lying to you, someone's cheating on you or whatever, but that's their karma, you know, to deal with, and they will be dealt with. It's nothing that you have to deal with. You just have to deal with being happy that you're not that person, that you get to be the person that's loving, okay? Because that's what your purpose is, in case you didn't know. All right, let's see. These are my archetype cards. I really like these. I don't think I've used them in your sign, but let's see over here. This is for the Thief. Spirit, angels, and guides, please show me the messages I need to see. It said Fool on the bottom. Definitely a fool if you're trying to lie your way through and cheat your way through and be cruel and things like that through life. Okay, that's something that's definitely going to be extracted. Never, ever, ever be fruitful like that. But when you're honest and you are, you know, taking accountability for your life, and you're not being prideful, and you're moving in the right direction, and you're taking appropriate action, then yeah, the wheel does come for you. Eek, eek. Okay, so it's upside down, and that just means, you know, it's not a big deal. Like, we all have things to work on. It just means that there's a shadow side that we need to read, that you need to work on. There's a light side, and then there's a shadow. So I'll read the shadow, and then I'll read the light, so you know what you should be working towards, okay? So right now, your South Node, it is that you're giving into victimization, okay? The picture is right here. You know, there's some fear, and this says victim. It says it prevents you from letting yourself okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm starting with this shadow. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. Inability to maintain personal boundaries, okay? So up here, way up in the beginning, you know, you learned to put your boundaries. Why? You had to, because you were being victimized, okay? Obviously, it is very apparent that you were being victimized here. Like, you've got all the cards of either being victimized or doing the victimizing, okay? The shadow side says that, you know, you're playing the victim. And, you know, while we should feel guilt and we should feel, you know, hurt and pain, we can't stay in that place of hurt and pain and detached and loved and whatever, you know, forever with these swords in our heart, and you know, or guilt of the things that we've done in the past towards other people. Okay, those are not really quote unquote mistakes. It's just they're there as stepping stones to help you to learn. Okay, and so what Spirit is asking you to do is to not to get out of victimization mode. Okay, so you empower yourself, but you obviously did by the end, so it's not even a big deal. I'm just going back over here to see what was going on, what was the problem, and if you haven't gotten to this stage yet, right? Because this could be futuristic, it could be past, current, or future, right? So I don't know at what point you're in the story, but if you're playing victim, that's still part of the karmic lesson that you need to learn to get this Wheel of Fortune, to get this 10 of Cups and this breakthrough and this 8 and 9 of Cups, and you know, all of these victories and insights. So it says prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Okay, so do not be the victim and do not victimize others. It is not okay. Let's see, anybody else here? How about, let's do this 9 of Wands, as if it were you, because it is you. So I hope that you gain something out of this. If you do, please give it a like. Share it if you feel like somebody can gain some kind of benefit from it. And consider subscribing if you like the channeled messages and the spread. And also, if you need any services that I provide, you can see them down in the description. And reach out to me via email, okay? So here we see that one of your biggest wounds is from your childhood. And it says orphan, okay? So it looks like you feel a little abandoned since childhood, okay? It says independence based on learning to go at it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. So it's like you were just in survival mode, right? Not like thriving. You know, fighting every day and conflicts and dealing with scandalers or being scandalous and, you know, dealing with things that, you know, people shouldn't have to, but we do. And it's for learning. And it obviously turned out good for you in the end. But we need to learn to be more accepting of letting people help us, okay? Because otherwise we get burnt out, you know, and we get overwhelmed, you know. Right here, you see that. And, you know, you don't need that to happen, okay? Allow love in, allow people to help you, and give love and give help. Okay, equal give and take. Okay, so there's a fear of surviving, you know, like there's some kind of, it says orphan, so like fear of abandonment. Maybe you've had a loss or been abandoned, or some kind of, you know, some kind of third-party situation that made you feel, you know, this way. And so needing to conquer that fear is also one of your karmic lessons. So I'm glad I pulled a card for that. So if you didn't know, obviously. Let's see for you. Surrender. Let's see what card I picked from this deck for my Pisces nation. There we go. Let's see if it says anything about your ego and pride. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Okay, so you don't quite know how beautiful you are because you haven't been treated as beautiful as you are. Okay, you don't even know how beautiful you are. You're not even the best version of who you are. Okay, and so that is the reason why relationships in the past haven't worked. At least that's my philosophy and what I'm teaching. What I'm teaching is that if you haven't been the best version of yourself, then how can you give the best to your partner? And if they're not the best version, how can they give the best to you? It won't work if you're not the best version, so you should be working on that. And knowing isn't enough. It's internalizing it, accepting it, putting it into practice, being consistent with it, and realize how good it really feels, you know. So it kind of reminded me of, you know, this one here, right? The orphan card. It kind of looked to me also like that victimization card. I must have put it, oh, here it is. See how all three of them seem to be like in fear. So what I said for yesterday's video, I believe it was the Aries, is that fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, and I didn't really understand that until yesterday. It's like sometimes, yes, we are very psychic and we can know things, but other times we can just get kind of suspicious, you know. So don't be too suspicious, but be cautious, okay? Definitely watch for red flags. You've been through plenty of experiences and relationships, what have you, but definitely trust, your gut. So it says, surrender to the magic of who you are. It says, we all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you're a magical being with a unique and worth that comes from just being you. So that's your biggest message, okay, is to love yourself and just love others. That's your whole purpose, and to enjoy life. So if you don't think that just being you is magical and amazing, then you need to rise up, okay, and you need to get yourself out of this Eight of Swords mode, get out of victimization mode, in fear of abandonment, and rid yourself of this wretched past, and start, adjusting and taking action and changing your life. So we're going to turn this upside down, or right side up rather, and bless this reading here, that it will turn out exceptionally well with your efforts, with your action, okay? But being stubborn, or being, keeping yourself in fear or bounded in any way, you have control over that. So the day that you want to deliberate yourself doing that, then you can, okay? And I see down here you got the Knight of Swords, you got the Ace of Swords. So it's possibly just a matter of being patient and waiting and gaining experiences, okay, before you reveal certain knowledge that allows you to jump right into this 8, 9 of cups and this 9 of Pentacles, I'm sorry, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, right after your life changes and you get this epiphany, that's when everything falls into place. But not until after you've let go of your past and you start to work on your future. You're looking ahead, okay? You're not looking back anymore, okay? Maybe that's why this one was upside down, because when I put her this way, she's looking backwards. Upside down, she's looking actually the other way. So I'm going to keep her looking that way. And it could be, male, female. I say her because it's a girl in the picture, okay? And you do have love coming towards you, Knight of Cups, and or in your life now. And your Knight of Pentacles is here. That also could just be, for me, it feels like love. But so you could have a Knight of Pentacles in your life, or one would be coming into your life, okay? But it looks here that if you want for your life to move forward in a positive manner, like a whole new life, a rebirth, and just manifest the hell out of your life the way you want it, you're going to have to surrender to the divine. It's going to take meekness. It's going to take every day saying, God help me have strength. When you're in a tough pickle, God help me. When you don't know what to do, God help me. God has to be the main one to help you. There's no way to get the answers you need, to get the strength you need, or to get through any of these challenges in life here that are going on, because our Father in heaven loves us and just wants us to enjoy life. Okay, so this is what is coming for you. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I most certainly have. I guess until the next time, namaste.